Hey everyone, Scottish Sim Guy here. Welcome back to the channel. So this is episode 5 of Wood End Farm. So we have done a bit of rowing up in this episode so far, just to get ahead of ourselves. So for making this episode we've done a wee bit of rowing up. So we're going to go and row the rest of the grass up. We've got 4 fields to do for silage. You have noticed I've sorted out that silage bunker. I took it away and I replaced it. I've just left the tyres off the top of it just now in case it was the tyres that I'd placed on the top, just to give it that authentic look of tyres in a silage pit here in the UK. So I'm going to just leave them off just now, just in case they're the ones that are kind of stopping that stuff from getting picked up and out. So I'm going to head out here and start breaking up this grass out here, get these 2 fields done, and then the plan is silage wagon on and get these fields lifted. See how much. I don't know if I'll put it all in the silage pit. Certainly put a good bit of it in, maybe make some bales, or do this all in the pit. The rest of the remaining fields, cut them, make them as bales, and then get maybe a second cut, half bales, half hay. We'll see how we get on. So yeah, we'll just see how we go. So I'm basically just going to get in here and get starting. Not using GPS for going up. Main reason being that'll go by the field and the width of this rather than what you've cut. So I just go 3 swaths at a time, because sometimes it will only take 2 swaths because there's a good bit of area between swaths, and sometimes it just doesn't. You feel as if you're running down, you're only taking 2 swaths when you could be running down and taking 3, just the way that the distances go for the GPS. So I'm just basically going to do it like that. So I'm going to swing round. I know what I'll do. I'll do the first one right round the outside of the field, and then we'll do up and downs. And with that, I'll leave the last wee bit just to tidy up. Usually I just leave the 2 at the end, but I'll do this first one. Usually get 2 swaths because there's 6 swaths being cut. 3 into 1, you'll get obviously 2 rounds outside of the field. But no, get this done and get as much, or see how much we get off of it, and see how much it actually fills that silage pit. Whether it all goes in, whether some of it goes in. I don't want to put too much in it. I don't want to be like, oh, we'll just fill it, because I know what will happen is that I'm not going to need all of that silage to feed my cows. With that, then I'll left with an awful lot that I either need to sell or not make any silage the following year, and just do silage bales and then sell the bales to make money. So I'm not 100% what I'm wanting to do yet, but we'll get silage into it anyway, and we'll see how much we want to put into it. So let's think, when it comes to it and you've got leftover silage, sometimes the bales are easier to go and get rid of and sell, because you can just load up a whole trailer and before you know it you've got 30 bales away down. Whereas doing it with a trailer, the bit of loading backwards and forwards, just to try and get all that silage sold. So the easiest thing is to sell it when it's in bales, but I will see. As I say, maybe get another shed built just for calves. So with that, we're obviously going to need a little bit more feeding once the calves have been born. So we will start using a bit more. It'd be nice if we could actually feed the sheep some silage as well, rather than just grass, and that would use some of it up as well. But it always gives us an income that if we've got way much more silage than what we need, we know we can always go and sell it, which isn't a bad thing, because that way we can make some money off of it, which I think we'll do with the bales. I think we'll definitely maybe go for first cut in the pit, that will do us, and then a second cut as bales. And obviously I need to get some hay and that done as well. So I'm just going to count my rows over here. 3, 3, go down this one. So just, yeah, do it the old fashioned way, count your swaths out and come down the middle of one. So I should have 6 on that side of me, so I'll come up one and then down the other right hand side of this one and then up the other one, and that, and just move myself across the field like that. But I hope you enjoyed that last episode, guys. Wasn't a bit happening in it, you know, a bit of dung, a bit of moving silage, moving the cows, bit of mowing, getting the grass cut, but we're getting things done on the farm anyway, so that's the main thing. There'll be months where maybe get a couple of episodes out of 1 month, because there'll be a lot going on, and then there's other months, like so far it's been a month to an episode, and sometimes there'll be months where we don't feel as if we can get a whole episode out of what we do in a month, so we might need to combine 2. But as we're starting to get busier, you know, this is May, with a second episode in May, so with that getting busier, things get needing done, so you need to do a few episodes per the month just to show everything getting done, or the majority of stuff getting done anyway. You'd end up with a lot of episodes if you were basically showing everything that was getting done, and you guys would get bored of it as well, seeing the same thing over and over again. So always just try and do a bit of something and show you it, and then show you a bit of something else rather than all of it. This is why I've done, I mowed 2 fields in the last episode, and then I've come in and cut these 2. And it's why I've already raked up the other 2 fields and come in to do these 2 fields, so you're not having to see it all getting done. And with that, it's not too boring for you. So I'll probably come up this next swath, guys, and then we'll jump forward in time. I'll get a little time lapse going of finishing off the raking. Just so I'm not boring you too much. We'll get this swath done up to there, and I'll jump on a time lapse. We'll get this field finished, the next field road, and then we'll go and get everything set up for getting the silage in with the wagon. We'd love it if there was a buck rake out on Mod Hub. I know there was one for 22, so hopefully we would get a proper buck rake soon for doing the silage in the pit, and that would just be absolutely brilliant, just to keep it a bit more authentic, because you're not really going to use a blade with silage. It's more for maize and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll hopefully get a buck rake soon, which would ideally be aesthetically pleasing, that it's kind of fitting in with what the UK style is like. But yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll go and we'll put the pusher on, we'll put the weight block on, or put the press on, and we'll get the other tractor with the Pottinger wagon on, and we'll get lifting some silage. So as it is now, guys, I'm just going to jump on to a little time lapse, and we'll see you all shortly.
We've had this conversation, and you seem to agree with me. But when there's complications, you withdraw and leave me to be. When there's a problem, you become like a wall. And every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be my parachute. When I'm feeling down, you're just not there, making sure I'm okay. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You're such a sensitive guy. When your friends are hurting, you make sure to stick around. But when it comes to me, you don't wanna know. Yeah, every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be my parachute. When I'm feeling down, you're just not there, making sure I'm okay. Why don't you help me the way I help you? Help me the way I help you. Oh yeah, the way I help you. Why don't you help me the way I help you? Don't have to save me, just be my parachute. Yeah. Just be my parachute. Oh, why don't you help me?
Right everyone, that's us just almost finished this field, so we're just going to do the last little lap or so around the field. I might do another bit on this end rig on the left hand side of the field there, just behind us. For some reason I came up there 4 times and left 8 swaths instead of coming up in 3 and 6, but it was 6 swaths around the rest of the field. It was just that one heat rig that had an extra 2 swaths up it cut for some reason. So yeah, I'll just get it all kind of tidied up and then we can go and get the rake off and get set up for getting this grass lifted. Yes, yeah, well, I'll need to just run a little extra, because there's a couple of bits in there that I just won't get because I'm stopping further out as I came to the swaths coming across the way. So with that, I'm going to end up just needing to tidy up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why I came up and done 2 extra swaths in all honesty, but just means there'll be an extra swath down this end rig just to lift. It's not going to be a problem. Right. Get this last bit done. And that'll do us. will probably look like a dog's dinner of a swath because it's going to be light and heavy, light and heavy. That's what it is. Tie that into this one. And I'm just thinking there, I hope that this silage wagon, the Pottingers, get a better pickup width than that class baler I was using for the hay, for the grass, sorry, because that was leaving bits, because 3 rows into one just seemed to be a wee bit too wide of a swath for it to pick up, so it was leaving bits. So just hope that this, I think it'll be quite a wide pickup wheel on it. I think the class is just quite narrow, but we'll hopefully not miss any bits, so we'll go up, we'll stick, I think I'll end up sticking the wagon on the 7.7 rather than this 7.8, so I'll stick this back where I got it. Stick that in there, and I'll go and I'll stick that on there. Set this out of the way over here now, and then I'll go stick that feeding wagon off where it is. And we'll go and put the wagon on this. Stick the weight block on. Not that I think I'll need it, but I'll just stick it on anyway. Shift this wee baler out the way. Probably should have just got a square baler for doing the grass for the sheep, it would have been a lot easier. Bigger pickup and easier to shift the bales about and stuff. Right, let's go and lift some silage and see how we got on with this. Never used this wee FARO Pottinger wagon before. It's always been the bigger wagons, but horsepower wise limits us, so when a bigger tractor comes in then maybe we will get a bigger wagon. Right, let's go lift some grass, see how long it takes to fill this. I don't think it'll be long in all honesty. Depends how. It's filling up quite quickly. Might get right round the field once. We might not, we'll see how we get. I probably think we will get right round, so if we can get right round that'll be handy. But yeah, that'll do the job, but better few loads needing to come in with this. And you could go a bit extreme and you could go and get the pack by Omatana. It's got the wagon on it that's got the unrealistic, and I think it holds something like 200,000 litres. So yeah, you could be unrealistic and do it like that, and you could run round the whole place and probably lift it in like two loads, but let's be a wee bit more realistic about it. So we're just going to fall short of getting all the way round. There we are, first load done. Right. Get this backed up and in. And so I think the kind of what I'd done was when I deleted that other silage pit, obviously it said there was still stuff in it and it would just get rid of it, so it did, but then there was grass left underneath it. It's as if it, I don't know what had happened, I don't know if the grass went into the wall and then wouldn't allow me to compact, I don't know, pick it up because it was underneath it, I'm not entirely sure, so we'll get this stuff out anyway. Get a few loads in and then we can worry about getting it levelled off and compacted. Hopefully this pit doesn't do the same as the other one, and if it does then I think I'll just end up either moving to a different type of silage pit or I'll just go to bales or something, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't. Right, let's get going again. But again, as I keep saying this, guys, I hope you are enjoying these. Let me know if you are, because it does make, will make it a lot better. If I know you are enjoying it, then it's going to make me a bit more wanting to get them done and try and think of different ways I can make it more enjoyable. If you've got any ideas at all, then just put them towards me. I'm more than happy to try out different things and different ways of doing things. If you just want a chat and to get to know me, ask me some questions, join my Discord. It is in my bio and the description of this video. I'm usually jumping about there at some point anyway, so just fire us over a message or chat in the chat area. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a wider pickup than the old class baler anyway, so we're going to get all the way round with this one. Oh, missing a little bit there. %82 full, might get it all. .77 starting to struggle a bit. Shouldn't struggle too much with the size of wagon that it is. It shouldn't be too much of a hard pull. Are we going to get it all? No, we're not. Just shy, so there's 2 loads anyway. Yeah, it's definitely see the colour change in an Oxy's map, and this Farming Simulator 25, from the winter it's brown and grey and miserable, and as you get through the months and the seasons you can see it all starting to green up and get a bit more colourful and things. So it's definitely lots of improvements being made by map makers and by Giants themselves to kind of make it all kind of tie in and be a little bit more realistic than like it is in real life. You're not going to have lovely bright green grass all year round, but you're also not going to have right dead brown grass like I've seen as well. So just try to find that. But as I say, as every game that comes out, there's always improvements and different ways that they're trying to make the game better. So if there was anything that you would love to bring out into a farming simulator game that from real life that you would really like to have, what would it be? Put it in the comments, let me know what, if there's one thing that you would really like to see from real life getting utilised in a farming simulator game, what would it be? Both console and PC players, because I know console players are going to have a few things that they'd really like to have, but then maybe not. You would already have it on PC. So yeah, is there anything that you would really like to have from either real life additions to the game to make it a little bit more realistic? Any mods that you would really like? For me, one, and I'm wondering if some will come out when the Scottish map comes at the end of the year as part of the DLC. Will we get some UK manufacturers of equipment? Does that, will it be licensed? So that means we'll be able to get some that are maybe out already for console that are badged as Lizard. Will we get them as their real names? I know for 22 I was really looking forward to having the Bunning, the dung spreader. I just thought it was something that really lacked in Farming Simulator, was like a UK style slurry tanker and dung spreader, but thankfully the UK style slurry tankers came through 4D modding, I think it was. So they looked absolutely fantastic. They were great. They came with overhead booms. Kind of gave us a more realistic Scottish, UK style slurry tankers. Sometimes I feel that slurry tankers in Farming Simulator are too big dribble bars, and that's fine for certain parts of the UK, big lovely flat fields spreading on arable ground, they're big dribble bars, but kind of way I do things and the style that I play and where I'm from, that's just not going to happen. So and I felt like the dung spreaders were either too big or too small, nothing really looked apart. A lot of them we looked to style, but then they were kind of weird back doors if they were for spreading compost rather than dung. So I was really looking forward to the Bunning spreader coming to console, which it was meant to, but there was obviously a few issues with it or something, and that's why it never made it out for console. So I would love to see, a K2 spreader, a Bunning spreader, a big Marshall spreader, not a barrel one, but another, the push style. So I don't know if you've seen those Marshall dung spreaders that rather than a chained floor, it's an actual push that just pushes the dung towards the back door to put it through the beaters. So something like that I would absolutely love, and obviously a kind of UK style slurry tanker would be absolutely fantastic as well. Now, did any of you use pumps and hoses in 22? Is it worth bringing it back? Now, I did have it as a DLC. Can't say that I used the umbilical system really. Used a few things as in the nurse tank and things like that from it, and the digestate towers and stuff that came with the pack, but I can't say that I actually did use the umbilical system at all. Would you guys like to see it back, or would you just rather not bother? I'm in all honesty not fussed by it, but I would like to, in another sense, would like to see some kind of UK style slurry towers as well. I don't think there's enough of them, and when we get them, the ones that like for BGAs that have got tops on them and stuff like that. So yeah, well, I'm not really bothered about pumps and hoses. So, but yeah, just if you do have any ideas or something you'd like to see or something you want in real life brought to Farming Simulator, let us know in the comments, or as I say, join my Discord, chat on there, let me know. I'll maybe put a little thing up there so people can comment what they want on it, what they would like to see. So yeah, Right, nearly finished this one. So I think when I finish this field and I get this one full, guys, I'll probably jump onto a little time lapse, do another field. I'll maybe go and pick this other smaller field, and then I'll probably pick up the rest behind the scenes. I think that's too much to try and push all into one episode. I think 7.7's starting to struggle a bit coming round with it. So I think I'll just nip in here and get enough to fill this trailer, and then we'll nip to the others. I'll just do a time lapse of this field actually. I think I have a bit of grass to come off of this field. I think this is one of the bigger fields. So yeah, there's a good bit of grass on this field, so it may take some time. I'll tell you what, actually, for the case of the time lapse and for it not going too long, I think I'll go and I'll stick this in the pit and I'll go and nip off some loads off of that other smaller field through there, and I'll leave. Oh, not going to fit through that like that. Made that look harder than what it actually is. Right, so I'll stick this in the silage pit. Yeah, that colour of that linseed does look good, doesn't it? Now, that's just an oxy thing, linseed, isn't it? It's not on every map, it's just on this map because it's a crop. It's been, well, no, he added it in, but has it been on, is things like that maybe been on other maps as well? I think there was a few maps maybe in 22 that had it in it. Yeah, let's empty that out there. There'll be a fair bit of silage in this once it's all been taken off. So there's 4 loads and only really got one field finished. So I'm not going to get round there in a 1 Right, let's try it now. I'm not going to be too tight to silage pit. Oh, just made it no more. Right, we'll nip along and down and into this field, guys, and once I get to the field I'll stick it on a wee time lapse just to get this field picked up and finished, and then because so one thing is I don't want episodes running too long. 40-50 minutes would be absolutely ideal. So yeah, don't want them going too long, and you could probably get carried away with yourself and make them too long, forgetting how much you've actually done. So I think what am I sitting at just now, without I'm sitting 20 minutes so far. So yeah. Right guys, I'm going to go and nip this into a time lapse and I'll catch you all on the other side. Right everyone, we're almost finished this field, so I'm just going to pick the last little bit up from here and maybe just fill the wagon out of the other field, and then that will do us for this episode. I think 100% in the next episode we are going to do some bales. We're going to have to bale some silage because I do not think that this pit is going to be able to fit in another two fields, which are the two bigger of the fields. We've only done the two small ones and the pit's quite full as it is. So 100% I think if I can get another one in, I'll be doing really well. And I think from that we're going to have to basically bale the rest, which is a good thing in a way. Means there's going to be plenty of silage in the pit, as I have said before about the whole try to sell that on if I'm not going to use it all. But you never know, there might be more cows come, and then with that, something that's going to actually eat up all this silage. So I'm just going to nick a little bit from in here just to fill this wagon, and then get this back in the pit. And then that'll, as I say, do it for this episode. I think it's probably went on long enough. We could be close to near enough the hour mark by the time this is all edited and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that will do it. As I say, I don't want the episodes getting too long. Don't want to get them that kind of 40-50 minutes probably, ideally between 30 and 40, but sometimes that's a bit hard to do, just with everything that's going on and me talking and things like that. It makes it a wee bit longer. You can obviously cut down your time if you're not doing a time lapse. That's why I do kind of jump into time lapses just to get things done and finished up, and with that you can run that a bit faster, and it obviously saves down on time. But even at that, I think it was a 10-minute segment in this video to start with, and then a 21-minute segment, so that was 31 minutes, plus there's been lots of time lapses. So, and then whatever this finishes at. So yeah, definitely I think we've done enough for this episode. So with that, I'm just going to take this back into the pit, and we'll basically that'll do us for this episode. Oh, forgetting where I was there. I'm just about to drive out across the crop. Terrible. This as well. I've not got crop destruction on. Yeah, so that's it. We'll catch you on the next episode, guys. Basically. And we'll see you. I'm just going to dump this, but I'll call it quits on this episode before I do. So thanks very much, guys, for watching. Hope you have all enjoyed that. Appreciate it all. Again, like, subscribe, check out Discord. It is very much appreciated, and we'll see you all in the next episode, guys. Thank you.